Being lean is one of the best things you could ever do for your physical health and your mental health. But nobody warns you how weird people get when you actually are lean and in elite shape. And I think about this all the time because when I go to pool parties, I very rarely take my shirt off. It's not because I have body dysmorphia or I'm uncomfortable with myself. It's the fact that people just start moving really weird. They do one or two things. You have people who will be extremely nice and overly praise you and praise you to the point where it kind of gets weird and a little bit uncomfortable. Then you have people that will be passive aggressive and kind of snarky. For the people that praise you, they'll come up and they'll be like, "Hey man, your body looks great. Damn, your six pack is amazing." And then they'll also go into these long tirades about how they were once in shape and they have to get back into the gym when they were a high school athlete and all these other weird things that I did not ask for in this point in my life. I'm just like, dude, I'm here for a party or a pool party just to have fun. And then they'll just stare at you and admire like you're the best thing in the world. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I get the admiration. When you start doing too much and just like overly complimenting somebody, it's really weird. And then there are people on the other side, which is they're probably 10 times worse, the passive aggressive ones, where when you walk into the party, all of a sudden everybody's cool. You got your shirt off, it's cool, right? But the moment you take your shirt off, all of a sudden guys start grabbing their girls. Dudes start making little passive aggressive jokes like, damn, man, do you just stay in the gym? That's all you do? You must eat just rabbit food and salads all day. And I'm like, you know what? If I was to start saying how fat you was, it'd be an issue, right? But they can make passive aggressive, snarky comments all day. And I will never forget this. I recently had one of my really good friends' birthday parties. And he was turning, I don't know, 32, 33, something like that. That's irrelevant. But I go into the party and everybody's cool. I walked in with like a little bit of a button up on, didn't have any of my arms out, none of that stuff. And I don't know if was this in my mind or this really happened, but when I was covered up, everybody was very friendly. When I walk in, I make it a point to speak to everybody when I go in places anyway, right? If you want to get good with people, I tell you guys all the time, you have to literally just go out and talk to people. Just be friendly to everybody, whether it's the parents that were there, the young kids that were there, the girls that were there, the guys there. I'm talking to everybody, right? And this is before everybody got into the pool. It was still pretty early on. But then maybe an hour or two goes by, more people are arriving. Then all of a sudden, everybody starts going to the pool. Well, black people don't really go to the pool party anyway. But different story. They start walking down towards the pool, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm the person that's lean. I have a Ferrari in the shape of my body. I'm gonna go ahead and show it off. The moment I take my shirt off, all of a sudden, people that were talking to me ain't talking to me no more. I'm like, what the hell is this? It was one dude in particular. I was talking to him and his girl the whole time. And mind you, I walked in with a big t-shirt on, like I said, covered up. All of a sudden, this dude wouldn't look at me in my eye anymore. He was really short in his answers. And again, the dude, he started like pulling his girl towards him a little bit more in some weird kind of notion. I saw a dude kind of staring at me like, give me that weird stink face. And I'm like, dude, I didn't do anything to you. Right? And it's just so weird how you just being a person that can take care of his body and do the right things, and people hate you for that. I'm gonna tell you why they hate you though. It's because you now bring up a mirror in their face. You literally would throw all the insecurities, the way they feel bad about themselves, and you most importantly reflect how poorly their body looks right in their face. Because now they know they're not seeing it on Instagram, they're seeing it in person, that there is somebody in elite shape right in front of them. And now you're a reminder of all the times they don't go to the gym, all the times they eat bad food. You're a reminder of their poor choice and their poor lifestyle habits, and you're throwing it all in their face. And most people aren't self-aware and be like, you know what? I see that and that inspires me. They're gonna be like, I see that, and now all of a sudden I'm gonna start hating on it because you're making me feel bad. And ironically, that's the same reason that most people aren't going to be rich ever. It's funny, I was reading this book, I forgot what book it was, but a guy was talking about how he literally will go out, he won't park in a regular parking lot. He has to get stuff valeted. And he found that when people see a guy with a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a nice car, they're not going to do things to like, oh, let me go ahead and protect this image or protect this vehicle because somebody spent a lot of money on this. They're going to be like, oh, somebody has something that I don't have. Let me go ahead and trash it. Let me go ahead and put my car door against it. Let me go ahead and scratch it up or not take care of it or throw trash at it. People are really haters on the low. And not everybody. There's some people that actually will literally listen and want to get the information that the person has. But they're going to start hating on you, man. This lean stuff is not all glitz and it's not all glitz and glamour. There are negative parts to everything in life, just like there's positive parts. So I say to all the guys that are watching, this summer as you're going to your pool parties and everything, don't let people being passive aggressive, don't let them start hating on you affect you and your mental. That's what I did at one point because I would like in the past I would cover myself up and not really show my body anymore. And I still don't do that. I still won't show it for a certain reason. But you have to get at that point where you're like, man, fuck people and fuck their opinions. Your insecurities have nothing to do with me whatsoever. You made poor decisions, and now it's time for you to reap the bad habits and to reap the reward, so to speak, of your poor decisions. The Bible says, "What you reap, you surely will sow." So, or is it what you sow, you surely will reap? Whatever the case, whatever the saying is. So, if you're sowing bad habits, you're sowing a bad lifestyle, you're sowing not going to the gym, you're sowing not neglecting your health, you're going to reap a bad body. You're going to reap having the auntie arms. You're going to reap not being able to take your shirt off and feel comfortable. And the worst part about all this, the reason that dude's gonna start grabbing that girl is because you are now a manifestation of all the hard work that they do not do. That's why I tell people going to the gym is so much more than just working out. It literally shows discipline, delayed gratification, doing hard things. You can't just wake up fit, you don't wake up just lean. And that's why I always say I have a really hard time having respect for a man that cannot work out, that does not have a good body, because that shows me if you cannot lead yourself, you can't lead others. And when dudes start grabbing the girls in front of you, you're gonna be like, okay, I see what's going on here. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that information, man. As you're going to your pool parties, have fun. Take your shirt off if you want to, but just realize there's going to be some people that are going to be weird about it. It's almost like a dude that's in shape walking around is like almost like a naked girl almost. It's kind of like that that weird counterbalance because girls can't walk around with their bodies out like men do. And when they do, it's a spectacle, right? When an average guy walks around with his shirt off, it's not anything special. But as soon as you have a six pack, as soon as you have the wide shoulder, as soon as you have the wide back, it becomes like a girl being naked almost. Like, wow, this is a spectacle. We can't have this kind of thing. People going to stare. It is what it is, guys. Be prepared for that and don't let anyone's insecurities throw you off your game. But being lean is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's not glitz and glamour. Don't ever think it is. Now, if you need help getting lean, if you want to get that physique that literally turns girls into freaks, if you want to get that wide back that gets girls in the sack, as Chris Jones would say back in the day, I have my Kill the Fantasy 90-day program where you can work with me personally one-on-one. I will help you with your macros. I will help you with getting in the gym. I will help you get that lean body. And no, it's not only a fitness program, it's a self improvement program. We're going to rebuild your identity. We're going to have y'all here approaching girls. We're going to do everything we can to make you the kind of person that is going to be chosen, the kind of person that kills the fantasy. And like I said, builds the dream as well. Also, down below, I have my email list. Hop on that. I'm sending out valuable emails at least once a week. Also have my discipline diagnostic ebook down below. People always want to know how I got so disciplined. That's in the description. I literally wrote that by hand, giving you step-by-step and action tips on how you can get more discipline. And the last thing, today is what? July 14th. If you're watching this before July 22nd of 2026, I have my Kill the Fantasy from Invisible to Chosen workshop coming up. And this is where I walk you through my entire history of going from not being picked by women, by feeling invisible to women, not getting the girls that I want, to now being a man who I feel like is building his own business, who has confidence, who has discipline, and also has the women that I want when I want them and on my terms. That is $17. It's going to be an enormous value. It's going to be a live Q&A, and it'll also be a replay that you can access at any point in time. But that's all my time. So the next time, fellas, kill the fantasy, build the dream. Love y'all boys. We out of here.